I went on H&M's website and I bought all the classy and expensive looking items that I could find on the site. My dear elegant ladies, let's start with item number 1, which is priced at $65 and it is a tweed style dress. I actually have it both in this color and also in the black. Let's see how they look on. So we're up for a good start in my opinion, don't you think? Tweed dresses like this, I would say, do look quite elegant and quite classy. This is the kind of easiest way if you want to look classy on a budget. Now what is kind of funny is that this type of dress you would see being promoted on TikTok, where they claim that this is the old money aesthetic. I personally disagree because old money don't walk around looking like this, okay? This is a myth. Old money dress more discreet. Now there are some concerns that I have with this dress. We can see these gold buttons that do give away that this is fast fashion and done a little bit on the cheaper side. Now I did tell you that I also have this dress in black. So let's compare if this color looks better or if the black looks better. So here's the black variation of this tweed dress, and you know what? I can't really make up my mind which one I personally like better. Well, what do you think? Which one do you like the most? The white or the black? So to summarize, do I recommend dress number 1 and dress number 2? Yes, ladies, I do. I think these actually look decent in real life, but then again, I am taking in consideration that we are talking H&M and we are talking on a budget. So for a budget, both dresses actually are quite decent and classy. I didn't only buy clothing from H&M, I also bought some shoes. Here I have a pair of shoes that I believe are gonna look really good with this dress. Well, let's test. Okay, this is an epic fail. Please note, I have not tried the items prior to making this video, so we're all doing this together in person. And ladies, this is not at all how I imagine it to be, because what I wanted to show you was that under certain dresses, it can be quite nice to have an over-the-knee boot. But here, the problem is, ladies, that we have space. It's not very tight on my legs, so it really looks ridiculous. It's not fitted at all. This is not good. But maybe I should try them with a pair of pants, actually. Let's see. No, this is a fail too. I thought that these boots would work because I thought they were over knee, but not this high. Look, these almost go up to my crotch. This is kind of weird. Weird over knee. Usually they're not this tall, ladies. These boots are not good. They're too high. They're not fitted enough, because if they were at least a little bit better fitted, they would look more flattering on my leg, but right now I look pretty ridiculous. But as I'm standing here talking, you see that I've changed top, and this is actually also from H&M. A very basic, simple, ribbed top in the color, what is this, ecru I would say, off-white, priced at about $25 US. I think that this is actually quite a nice bargain, and I can tell you that in fall and winter, long sleeve, simple tops in this type of color is actually something I tend to wear almost every day. So I can definitely recommend this one because it's just simple, it does the job, but it also feels quite nice. Of course, it doesn't feel as good as some of my mid-range and designer garments and their fabrics, but it's not too bad for fast fashion. So these trousers, not bad, to be honest. For $40 US, I think it's a fairly decent price. However, I have a little situation going on because I have wide hips, I have a typical hourglass figure, and unfortunately, even though these trousers are high waist, they're not really high enough for me because they keep cutting up my crotch. Could be maybe that the sizing is a bit too small. Let me see, it's a 36 euro size. Maybe 38 would have been better. I must say I really like them. I think they go well with this top, but you know what's gonna make it look even better? A matching blazer. What I like about it is the fact that not only does it hide my camel toe in these pants that are too small, but actually it creates a very feminine silhouette because this blazer is cut in a very feminine way, creating a waist. Regardless if you have a waist or not, this blazer gives you a waist. I am not a big fan of buying suits and blazers in fast fashion stores because I think that you often can really tell when they look fast fashion. But this one I actually think looks quite decent. And one of the tricks that I have noticed in my experience is that oftentimes gray tend to look a little bit better in suits than other colors do. So for this reason, I do recommend this little set. I think you will look quite nice in the office. Now next up, I have a bit of pop of color for you. I feel like there's always something wrong. Every time I want to present a new item, there's something to complain on. And here you can see, this looks a bit like grandma style. My problem is that it's not figure fitted enough to give you this nice silhouette. That's why it just looks like it hangs on your body. What I like about this dress though is that it has a very nice fabric. It's very soft, it's like this jersey-like, and it has a nice flow if you have some movement. But we need to fix this because this dress is not that bad, but it needs a little pick-me-up. And that pick-me-up is called a belt. See how everything changes instantly when you just add a little belt, when the waist is being defined, when you create a silhouette, completely different and not too much frumpy style as it was before. What do you think, ladies? Do you see a difference with belt versus without belt? Which one is better according to you? Leave me a comment. Now this belt does not come with a dress, but I do advise you ladies to invest in belts of this kind because you never know when you're going to be needing to improve a dress or an outfit somehow by adding that little detail that will just lift everything that's going on here. I personally love investing in long sleeve dresses that are a bit longer for fall and winter season. First of all, they keep you warm. Second of all, you can wear dresses then even in colder temperatures. And lastly, because they are long, you can easily wear a pair of boots underneath without them being very visible. So you don't only have to wear pumps like I'm wearing today. Actually, speaking of boots, here we have a pair from H&M that I want to try on together with you. And once again, I thought it was gonna look better because these boots, they are not as fitted around my leg as I would like them to be. Because if they're more fitted, it will actually look more flattering. Right now, it just looks a little bit so-so in my opinion. I can actually show you because I have a pair of other black boots that are completely fitted around my leg. Now, do you see the difference? I think so, ladies. And by the way, if you think that you're learning loads in today's video, then let me tell you one thing, that you are learning this much in comparison of how much I would like you to know about dressing yourself and styling. But luckily, I have created an online program where I can be your teacher in style and elegant and classic fashion. So if you go to elegantstylist.me, there you will get more information on how I can become your teacher and teach you everything that I know about style so that you can always look your best and have a wardrobe full of options that suits your particular body and appearance. So my tip to you ladies, definitely invest in boots that are more fitted rather than bulky. What is going on here? I don't like when clothes look like this. This is not nice. But I do like this element of having knit dresses that you can wear for winter and not be cold. But we need to fix this, ladies. We can't look like this. This looks awful, and I actually think that H&M should think about these details whenever they design clothes and sell clothes. But I do have another solution for you. But before you see that solution, how would you personally fix this situation? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I think so. Doesn't this instantly look so much better than before? This is one solution. You can have a thin belt or you can have a thicker belt. Let me show you that variation. Now all these belts are not something that I have purchased at H&M, unfortunately, but this is why I keep telling you ladies, invest in belts and invest in as many belts as you can, because they're gonna serve you. You're gonna have so many more options, like you can see here, because all of a sudden we fixed this issue of this bulky, ugly, frumpy looking dress to this very nice, elegant looking dress. And you can see that something like this would be very elegant to wear in winter. It is very warming, it's very comfortable. Plus, with nice boots, it actually really works. I think something like this, you can easily get away thinking that it's more expensive than it actually is. And the reason is because it is knitted, because of the natural color, and because of the fibers. Everything just looks more kind of natural versus man-made, which we often associate with fast fashion. Now ladies, long sleeve, long midi dresses is something that I really want you to pay attention to in this video. And actually, I have 6 more of those in different variants that I'm gonna quickly show you. So next up, in a chalet in Switzerland, you can see another cozy dress for a really cold winter day. And you can see it's the same principle here, although I didn't really add a belt because I felt like this dress doesn't necessarily need a belt, at least not for myself. But here the principle is the same. The natural color, the cozy material really does look more elevated than versus if it was a dress made out of polyester. 30 bucks. Can you believe it? This dress cost only $30. Yes, ladies, I'm as shocked as you are. But the thing is that you get prices this low in H&M, and actually sometimes you can look absolutely decent to wear. Of course, this is not a very special type of dress, and you can always spice it up with a little belt, or even, honestly, you can wear it like this on a casual day. The point is that you can definitely look classy if you know what you're looking for in these fast fashion stores. Now this is a staple piece that I believe every lady should have in her winter closet, especially in color black. So this is the exact same dress as you saw previously. Oh yes, the one for $30 US. These type of dresses work really well, especially when they're in color black, because it hides everything. But as you can see, you can't really tell whether this dress is from H&M or from, let's say, Max Mara. Because frankly, it's black, it's knitted. What is it that would give away one or the other? So you probably can't see this, ladies, but actually, this dress has probably one of the nicest textures in fabric of all the items I've presented to you today. It's some form of polyamide / viscose blend, and it's just very stretchy, very silky, and very heavy, and it just feels so nice on the body. I can really recommend. But what I like about this dress is not only is it a bit more heavy, meaning that it creates a nice natural shape. You don't necessarily have to add a belt. You can just wear it as is. It is in the color navy, so I know you can't really see the details, unfortunately, but it's a perfect dress for every day, and it feels comfortable. You can wear it to work, you can wear it to wherever, for a lunch, you name it, and you don't look too casual. Another reason to why I love these type of dresses is because you're more feminine in them. And as you can see here, I have a wrap style dress with a little belt. Diane von Furstenberg made this dress really popular, but now you can get a dupe at H&M. Why not? And this color looks very expensive because it's a neutral color, but I do also have it in black. And this is how it looks. Very simple, very classic, and definitely a staple in every classy woman's wardrobe. Hopping over to a little bit of party dresses. This dress is again $35 US. Shocker! But yes, sometimes you can look more expensive for less, definitely. What I like in particular about this dress is the fact that the material is once again quite nice. Even though, I'm not gonna lie, this is polyester, but there is an elastan mix into it, making it kind of like shiny and a little bit silky feel touch to it. I also do like the fact that it has a boat neck. And I like the fact that it's a bit covering while showing off your figure. So this would be a great example if you want to look feminine, let's say, if you want to go for a night out or go for a nice dinner, but you don't want to wear a short revealing dress. So I would recommend you wear something like this, because this is actually quite sexy in a way. It shows off a bit of shoulder, it shows off your silhouette, but it doesn't show too much skin, making it so raunchy that you feel kind of you're naked. So for me, this would be a great hack to impress a few men, or just one. So if the previous Anna was so feminine and sensual, then this is definitely the conservative Anna. And maybe the previous dress wasn't very suitable to wear for certain occasions. Let's say you have to attend a funeral, so you need something a little bit more conservative. Or a baptism. Remember, I made a video about dress codes. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you watch it after this one. So this dress would be much more conservative, and in some people's opinion, maybe it's a little bit of a grandma style dress. And let me tell you one thing, I actually don't mind this dress, but I do have one problem. Can you guess what that problem is? The sleeves. You can see the sleeves are not really flattering. It makes me look frumpy, they're too wide, they're not fitted, they make me look wider as well. In a situation like this, I would probably do something like this. However, they don't really stay up, so actually I give this dress a thumbs down. Although it's kind of okay-ish, but the sleeves ruin it all. No. No. No, what is this? I hate it. I really don't like this, ladies. I look frumpy, I look like I'm 100 years older. I would say pleated skirts, fast fashion stores usually get away with, because the pleated skirts can look good at any budget. But what's going on in my upper body? The sleeves are too long, it's too frumpy up here, and it just doesn't look good. Plus, if you get really up close and you see this really cheap looking material, you understand that you're now in H&M and not in some other nice designer store that you kind of imagine yourself to be at. This is when I feel like elegance has gone wrong, when you end up looking older and boring. Ladies, I'm gonna reveal the final item, and it's actually quite good. It's a big grand finale that I'm gonna reveal for you. But before I do so, please be aware that everything you have learned today is just a minuscule percentage of things that you can know and become an expert in if you just educate yourself on style and fashion and allow me to be your teacher. So go to elegantstylist.me to sign up for more information on how you can study with me and become an elegant stylist expert. But now, let me introduce to you the last and final piece of today's haul. Ta-da! What do you think, ladies? Yay or nay? I personally think that this is definitely one of the better items today. Do I think it's 10 out of 10? No, but I don't think H&M is generally speaking 10 out of 10. So for this reason, this item cannot be on a level that I would personally say is perfection. If we're talking on a budget, then I would say yes, for $50 US. This is actually quite good, especially if you steam it, which you can see I have. I have also chosen a color that works perfectly fine for my complexion, which is why it elevates the dress even more. But more about that you will learn in The Elegant Stylist. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can also find all the links that I've mentioned today in the description box below. But if you want more fashion tips and more shopping advice, then hop on over to my next video, which is a Zara haul, where I will be recommending the latest must-have pieces from Zara that will make you look not only expensive, but incredibly elegant, even on a budget. I will see you in that video.